guys, Unclejona here. Welcome to another beer review. And today I need to pick up the magazine because I put it down stupidly. We are doing another one from Beer on Trend, which is from Beer 52. It's their official magazine. Sorry if I seem a little bit distracted, but I've got some decisions to make, and decisions with regards to beer. Because this weekend I'm going to do a beer tasting course, which sounds bizarre considering I've done well over 1,000 beers, in a reviewing capacity, that is. And then early next month, it's the GBBF. But I'm still umming and ahhing about whether I should go and that kind of thing. Have actually had an invite, a very kind invite, thank you, Nick, to go on the Friday. But there's a possibility that I might be able to get a ticket based on my YouTube channel. And in which case I can go on the trade day, which is the first day, which is Tuesday this year. And last year it was my birthday, but it's obviously every year we go back a day, so it's still a Tuesday, but it's not my birthday this year. So I don't know. I'm umming and ahhing about it. Are any of you guys going? Let me know down in the comments. Are you going to the GBBF 2023 at London Olympia? Let me know what day you're going on. You never know, if you're there the day I'm coming, come and say hello, shake my hand and all that kind of stuff. Buy me a beer, for example. I can wax lyrical, dear viewer, with you in person if that's the case. Anyway, such is life, having hard decisions to make. But you're not here for that. You are here for a beer review. And this one's a bit weird. It says March Equinox, and it's a Marzenbier. I'll show you the stuff that's on the other side. There's a 5.4%, essentially lager, German lager. Marzen, as we all know, is usually the beer served at the Oktoberfest, the Munich Beer Festival, shall we say. But they do make it. They used to make it specifically for that and call it the Fest beer. But Marzen, in general, I think they brew it throughout the year. Anyway, this one is interesting because Roomies, which is the brewery, is by a guy. I don't know if you can see there. He did the artwork. He's an artist. Oh, sorry, up there, Jack Forrest. And if you want to check his artwork out, it's cheersjack.com. Yeah, he did design the sort of I guess that's meant to be a German kind of town. And they're the Roomies, I guess. Although Roomies is the name of his it's not really a brewery, it's more like a restaurant stroke art place, art house, maybe stroke shop. You can buy his artwork in the shop. However, this beer was actually brewed in St Ives. It's kind of bizarre, but fair enough. Anyway, it says an elegant Marzenbier, clean, rich, toasty and bready malt flavour with a dry finish that encourages you to have another drink. Well, unfortunately, I've only got one of these, but never mind. Originally brewed in March, the unfiltered tribute to the Francosian beer history, malts and noble hops, etc., etc. Okay, right, that kind of makes sense in a weird way, because if they brew it in March, around the time of the equinox, guess what that means? If they lager it very slowly, it's about 6 months until October. So maybe the lagering process happened. But then the lagering process happening over summer, that's a weird thing. But I guess they used caves or holes in the ground or ice houses or that kind of stuff to do their very long, elongated, shall we say, lagering process, which unfortunately breweries do not do these days. You've heard me, dear viewer, wax lyrical about the high turnover. Breweries are interested in money, which is fair dues, I suppose. Um, but if you're calling yourself a craft beer and then you're taking shortcuts just to get some money, ooh, look at that cloudiness. So that must be yeasties. Are you really a craft brewery? Who knows? We shall see. I'm looking forward to this because um, I'm pretty sure that they use biscuit malt in here. That's not why it's a bit murky. Oh dear, it is a bit murky, but I think I poured some of the yeast in. Head, because it's a kind of lager type beer, quarter of a finger, maybe. Um, Fast disappearing head, but lovely and white. And I believe they use Tetanang hops in here, or Tetananger hops, should we say, which is kind of noble hop, German. So true to style. Ooh. And I think they also use Vienna malt, from what I understand. So it's proper traditional. But wow, am I getting the kind of malty breadiness on there, which I have to say, malt wise, biscuit malt is far underappreciated, dear viewer. I really do like biscuit malt. Wow. Oh, dear. It is quite bitter up front, I have to say. A little bit lemony kind of on there, but it does finish reasonably dry, reasonably fresh. But there is that thing going on in the background, the malt profile, which is, yeah, I think on the back of here, did it say bready? Yeah, bready malt finish. Interesting. Dear viewer, we even have a tide line, which is surprising with the lager, to be honest. Not unheard of. Oh, wow. It is a lot more bitter than a lager, like a macro lager would be. Um, wow, you can really taste the kind of wheatiness in the malt. It's like, yeah, I'm not sure. And the fact that this is over 5% is obviously good, good as far as I'm concerned. But because it's a festival beer, unlike here where people go session beer, um, the Germans, when they go for a fest beer, they go stronger. Um, they don't fuck about, basically. And they serve them in liters. You can drink a liter of 5.5% beer. Absolutely ridiculous. No wonder they get absolutely hammered. That bitterness is, that's the only thing for me. It's a little bit too bitter. It's like if you imagine having like an IPA style beer, a West Coast one, so quite heavy hit of bitterness, but without the kind of um, grassiness or fruitiness of the hops. So because they're using noble hops, they do taste a little bit green, a little bit verdant, shall we say. Ooh, wow, pardon me, dear viewer. That's what happens when you drink lager. Happens when I drink lager anyway. Um, and because it is a lager, not too much else to say, to be honest. Um, as I've said on this channel many times before, I think I prefer the smoother ones, the smoother lagers, um, the Bohemian style. You're going down an old route. Um, I also quite like the rice lagers that you get from kind of well, where rice comes from, so sort of China and Japan and that kind of place. So much to like about the Roomies March Equinox. However, not exactly to my taste. And I say that, yeah, I don't want to say that, but I am going to. To thine own self be true, dear viewer. I really wanted to like this, and I do, but a little bit too bitter for me. That's the final straw. It's another new week. Why don't you take care of each other? And I'll be back for more beer reviews and more beer festivals from the sound of it real soon. Take care.